Okay, guys, we are live. Dave's LFC Chats. Hit the like, hit the share. You know what to do. Hit the sub button. A new season is almost upon us. Liverpool play RB Salzburg in Austria tonight, in pre-season friendly. Cannot wait for that. Of course, we got the Charity Shield on Saturday at the King Power against Manchester City. We finish with friendly at Anfield, the only friendly at Anfield, on Monday against Strasbourg, French club Strasbourg. And then the big one, it's all eyes on Craven Cottage, Saturday week at 12:30, Fulham, Liverpool. Wow, we've got to get ourselves ready to rock and roll for that, because that really, at the end of the day, is the most important game out of all the friendlies and the Charity Shield and everything else. It's all about getting 3 points, building yourselves up to getting 3 points next Saturday week, isn't it? But tonight, looking forward to it. And back from the holidays, flew in yesterday from Salou, so I'm back ready to rock. Bit of a cold, actually, and a bit of a sweat, a bit of a high temperature. I hope I didn't, anyway, I'm sweating here, and the heat over there was just ridiculous. I see Retro Unlimited is in. How are you, Retro, my friend? Doug from the Dugout Football channel is in. Yes, Doug, you can pop in if you want. I'll send you a link. Yeah, look, it was a great holiday, but it was very warm. I mean, I don't usually go away in July. I don't think I'll ever go away in July again. It was just too hot. It was far too hot. I was melting. I'm even melting here thinking about it. But guys, are you looking forward? Are you looking forward to the big kickoff next week? There's a friendly tonight, Charity Shield the weekend, Strasbourg Monday, but the big one, I suppose, is Fulham, isn't it? The guys look good in training, I have to say. They look really good. I've been watching them over the past week, lying on my sun lounger with a beer, looking at the likes of Darwin Nunez getting 4 goals, of course, midweek against Leipzig and stuff like that. It was just great to break the duck, as Ants Leicester fan channel would say. Hey up me duck, I like that. Hey up me duck, what? I hope you're well, my friend. Jade Exley in the house. More than all, I'm hoping Nunez can keep the haters quiet. Been impressed with Bjatic, or Stefan Bjatic, I think is, or Bjazic. I'm not sure he's been out today, but he's only 17 years of age. He is just, wow, looks just a proper looking player. I mean, we've a lot of young lads. We've Katie Gordon, no one has talked about. We've got, so many young players there. Harvey Elliott, huge season for him. Carvalho, huge season for him. Wow, young Ramsey, who only joined the squad, I think, early last week, the fullback, the Scottish fullback. So, I mean, it's just all to look forward to. All to look forward to. 1 or 2 niggles, of course. I think Allison has a niggle. We're hoping he's fit and nothing rare to go for Fulham. Jota's a bit of a long-term one at the moment. There's no real update on Jota. And Ox is an injury as well. So I'm just hoping there's no more injuries for the start of the season. We need that squad. We got to hit the ground running, guys. We got to hit the ground running and just go for it. Ants go to the Charity Shield on Saturday because, of course, it is in the King Power, Leicester City's ground. What do you think of Kasper Schmeichel leaving? I thought that was a bit of a shock. It's going to be a nice, relaxing, anything goes chat. And we'd obviously talk about the game tonight, RB Salzburg, but it's an anything goes. It's my first live show in a few weeks. I'm almost at 5K. What am I at? 4,780, something like that. So 220 away from 5K. So if I could get the 5K in the next 2 or 3 weeks, it'd be brilliant. But absolutely loving it at the moment. Rod Meta, down under. How are you, my friend? Hopefully you are well. Rod, Carvalho will be the difference this season. I tell you what, I'm really excited about Carvalho. Never mind Nunez. But Carvalho just looks, some of the cameo things, the assists and stuff like that, he just has pace, his aggression, he's got intelligence, you know what I mean? And just gives us something different. Nunez gives us something different as well. He's like an out-and-out number 9 in that box, that sliding in goal that he got. Lovely build-up play. I think Elliot and Carvalho were involved in it. Elliot gave the ball across the box, and big Nunez flew in on the far post and touched it in. I thought that was a lovely goal. But it just gives us something different. That's what it's all about in the new season. We need as many options. We need as many options as is possible, don't we? We need as many options on and off the pitch to have a really good season. I think last season we were okay, but we 2 or 3 draws where, the Brighton, we were 2-0 up, Chelsea, we were 2-0 up, 2-2, 2-2. Those type of results, you need to be winning them games. You're 2-0 up at home. You've really got to win. You've got to turn, instead of turning that one, like those 2 points, 2 games, 2 points, could have been 6, could have been 4-point difference. A 4-point difference there. I also think it's important to beat your rival, beat City. I know we drew twice with them. We didn't lose against them, which is one thing. But I think if you beat them, it's a psychological thing. I really do think it's psychological if you can beat City. Now, it's a psychological game Saturday because we played them in the Charity Shield. But it's a Charity Shield. I mean, it's not a huge thing. Listen, I want to beat City. Of course I do. Of course I do. Absolutely. I want to beat them in Tiddlywinks, like United. I want to beat them, but it's all about fitness. It's all about getting the players ready. Because within a week, then you're playing Fulham away, and you don't want injuries. You just do not want to key players at key moments. You do not want injuries. Been talked about a few months, so Leicester fans not as surprised as the rest. I was surprised. I was on holidays and I read it. I think Lee Chappie was talking about his son was in bits over it. Obviously, one of a hero of his, being a big Leicester City fan. His son obviously would have only known Kasper Schmeichel there. And, I'm a little bit shocked. He's been a brilliant goalkeeper for them and Denmark. I think he's going to Nice. Is it Nice in France? Shocked. Yeah, Nice. Aid, Tom in the house. Hopefully Nunez keeps banging them in, especially against City. Sick listening to how Haaland is a great striker everyone has ever seen. That Spurs are going to catch Liverpool, but City are class. There's no doubt about it. I think it'll be Liverpool City again for top spot. But there's a lot of teams coming up behind for third and fourth spot. I mean, Arsenal have done decent. I think Jesus will score goals for them. There's no doubt about it. Spurs have fought well, but Conte is the manager. That they'll be decent. United, I don't know what way to think of United. I don't know what they're going to do, what they're not going to do. I just can't read United at the moment. There's still time in the window. Will Ronaldo fit in? I mean, that's a big thing for them. If he leaves, they're in a bit of trouble. If he stays and fits into the whatever Ten Hag wants to do, you'll have a different team. Chelsea are a bit all over the shop at the moment, but it's going to be an interesting season. It's going to be a really, really interesting season. Candy Kobe. I can't wait for the Community Shield. I really want to win that. Hopefully the lads have a good run out in the pre-season game. Yeah, tonight, of course, RB Salzburg. 7 o'clock, I think, kick off in Austria. Then they fly back to the UK for the Charity Shield and that little friendly on Monday against Strasbourg at Anfield. And then, of course, it's all eyes on Fulham, Craven Cottage, guys. It just kicks off. We play United 3 games in. I mean, it's just going to be hectic. It's going to be crazy. And I think there's a 5 or 6 week break in November, isn't there, for the World Cup? I still can't get over that World Cup in November. It doesn't make sense. But tonight, guys, what would you be your starting 11 for tonight's game? Give me your starting 11 and scoreline for the RB Salzburg game. I know Alisson has a bit of a niggle, so I don't think he'll play. Kelleher. I mean, Kelleher has been missing as well. Young Harvey Davis, good goalkeeper. No one really ever talks about him much. He's decent. Adriana's there. I think he's got with the big game on Saturday, will he go really strong? I don't know. Or will he go first half very strong and make changes? Like do 2 11s maybe play the starting 11 when he's going to play against City and give them a rest in the second half. That's what I would do. Maybe start Van Dijk, Konate, Robbo, Trent, maybe Adrian. I don't know if Ali's going to be there or not. Kelleher. And then in midfield, Thiago, Hendo, Fab, go full on. Go Nunez, Carvalho, and Mo. And then second half, change it totally. A new 11, something like that. That's what I would do. It won't be Kelleher if you go for the U keeper. Iverson, yeah. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be really, really interesting. Danny Ward might step up. Danny Ward might step up for Leicester. They're going to need someone to step up, aren't they? They're going to need someone to step up big time from there because he's a huge loss. Goalkeeper. I mean, like Liverpool losing Alisson. It's huge. Your whole back four depend on it. Your midfield. If your back four aren't happy with the goalkeeper, your midfield we suffers. We know what happens if you haven't got your top goalkeeper in goal. We've at least two top goalkeepers, as in Kelleher and Alisson. But so important, the goalkeeper. Really, really is. Hit the like, guys. Hit the share. We're back now. We're back on. We're at it. I'm going to do a live show with maybe Keith arriving tomorrow or Friday. I'm not sure for the Charity Shield game. I'll let you know. And follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Dave's LC Chats. Also, what do you think of my new... I'm going the other way. Sorry. The new logo. The new logo, baby. Do you like it? The finger one. Dave's LC Chats. Just have to change it up a little bit. Just mix it up a little bit for the new season. Mick Moran is in the house. Copy podcast, of course. I'm going to Strasbourg game on Sunday, so Jurgen better play some of the top players, I presume he means. Mick, you can pop in if you want. Send me a thumbs up if you want to pop in. Mick Moran actually made his Anfield rap debut midweek. Mick is hitting, he's on the Radio Merseyside. He's hitting it, smashing it with Jay Pearson on the Copy podcast. And of course, I met him in Liverpool, the Champions League weekend, for a few beers in Pogue Mahomes, I think it was, wasn't it? the Irish bar. So Mick is in the house. Hopefully you're well, my friend. We're back at it now. Back at it and ready to rock. Won't be Ward or Iverson's higher in the pecking order, says Ant. I don't know much about Iverson, to be fair. But I like that, Rod. Yeah, it does look like an LP cover, doesn't it? Looks like the best of Dave's LP. I could have an LP. Most of the songs I do sing over the last 3 or 4 years, I probably could have an LP. The new #1, 80s style. It is like an old 70s or 80s album cover, isn't it? You know, it really is. Oh, Mick saying, I did, mate. The rap show should be out today. Hopefully, check that out on the Anfield Rap, Mick Moran's debut. And I'm sure he will be back on. Going to fill a gap now because Garrett Roberts, me old mate, Garrett Roberts has left the building. So you never know, Mick. You never know. You just never know. But absolutely, yeah, it was indeed in Pogue Mahomes. I'll be over again. I'm going to hope to get over early in the season this time. I left it bloody too late last year. Even if it's a flying visit in the early flight over in the morning and head back in the late flight at night. Just get in, get out, bang, bang. But I'm just glad it's so hard to get tickets though for Liverpool. It really is. Even if you know a few people, it is so, so hard. Anyone coming Saturday? Come counting for a house. Oh yeah, well, Ant is going to the Liverpool City game, of course. It's in the King Power, which is his home ground, Leicester City's home ground. So Ant is going to, and he'll meet anybody up for a beer if you want. Some counting house for a few. What's the name of the pub you're going to meet them in? The Counting House. Anyone coming Saturday, come to the Counting House. The Counting House for a few. You'll be counting the points on the table. You'll probably hear I'm a bit stuffed up, guys. Bit stuffed up and a bit of a temp. I think I caught something. My nephew, who we brought over, had a very high temperature on the last day. Well, it was lucky it was the last day and it wasn't starting the holiday, and he was 39. I think I got up to 39 at one stage on the old thermometer. Just a 48-hour thing, so I'm a bit stuffed up, so it won't be a long show. It's just to say we're back and we're ready to rock for the new season. That's basically it. Love the new logo, Dave. Thanks, Doug. Just nice to, mix it up a little bit. New season, new show, new everything. The Irish seem to be like their singing. Unfortunately, I don't like their singing. You like U2 and stuff like that, don't you? I hope you liked Ireland against New Zealand last week. I know you're an Aussie, but we beat New Zealand 2-1 last week. 2 weeks ago now, nearly. That was just the first time in history, beat them in New Zealand twice, 2-1. That was just wow. The Counting House, it's the Liverpool allocated pub. There you go. Anybody who wants to meet Ant from the Leicester Fan Channel outside the King Power, after the King Power for the game on Saturday. Also my local, says Ant. He has a local. So any Liverpool fans going to the game on Saturday can meet Ant for a few beers and a chinwag about the up-and-coming season, of course. I'm not too... Look, tonight it's Salzburg. It's a friendly, no injuries. As I say, you'll probably start strong and then just make the changes at halftime with a bit of an eye on the Charity Shield game on Saturday against City. And I'd say that the Monday game will be just a game for the likes of players that didn't get a touch of the ball, didn't get much of a touch of the ball. You might see the odd star. Mick, I doubt you'll see a full team on Monday at Anfield. I really doubt it. You might see the odd star, but it's so close to kick off for Saturday against Fulham. I'd be surprised. I'd be really, really surprised if he did. But you never know. You never know, Klopp. You just don't know. Are you happy with the pre-season? I know we got beaten by United 4-0. It was like they won the bloody Bangkok Cup. They were all happy about it. They were screaming about it. It was their dream. The only trophy they will win. The Bangkok Cup. It was the Bangkok Cup. But we were poor that day. Some of the defender was absolutely terrible. But we've kicked on since then. They were a good week, 6, 7, 8 days ahead of us pre-season training. It makes a big difference. We'd literally just come in. I think Salah had just flown in that Sunday. A few of our players had just met each other. So I wouldn't be worried about that. We kicked on, obviously, against Leipzig 5-0. We had a decent win against Palace 2-0. So just looking to continue a win tonight, clean sheet, keep it tight, few goals. So like NUNEZ get another goal and just follow it through to the City game the weekend. Try beat City. Try do another one where we beat them in the FA Cup semi, of course. Leicester just 100 million on Fofana. 100 million to Chelsea. I mean, Chelsea, I don't know what to make of Chelsea, guys. They've got some hammerings. I think Arsenal hammered them 4-0, didn't they? So I don't know what to do with Chelsea. I mean, Tuchel's under pressure, of course. He's got to start fast, or he mightn't last. He mightn't last August. But my eyes are on Liverpool, really. And you know me, guys. It's all on Liverpool. It's a Liverpool channel. We can talk about most things, 80s, 90s, whatever you want to do. But my eyes will be on Liverpool at 7 tonight. They will be on Liverpool. They'll be on Salzburg, Liverpool. And we've a decent little thing with Salzburg. We've played it a few times because we do like that Austrian camp. That Austrian camp does look unbelievable, doesn't it? Up in the hills and the mountains. It's like something out of Sound of Music. You're expecting the Liverpool players to start singing the Sound of Music. It's unbelievable. I seen the interview yesterday. I think James Carroll, the Liverpool content head, was talking to Klopp about the togetherness of the squad, the laugh and the karaoke thing that they didn't record. Just the whole togetherness, blending in Nunez, blending in Carvalho, blending in the likes of Ramsey, the new lads, the family aspect. It's just unbelievable. And it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant to see. And it's very important as the season goes on to have a tight-knit squad. And that's what Klopp, if you're messing or act the fiddle, you'll be out the door. You will be out the door. You've got to have that cohesiveness. You've got to have that connection, that family, brothers type thing, basically. And that's what we've got. And that's what we've got. And anybody who upsets that, I think, is out the door. Out the door. They got a false sense of where they really are against us. Love this is Tom. Yeah, false, fake. Fake news. I recently unsubbed from LFC TV Go, all preseason games live, but not down under. Feel scammed while enjoying a watch along somewhere else. I can't answer that one, but yeah, LFC Go. I think you can, well, obviously not in Australia, but I think you can just buy the game tonight. Something like that. You can just buy the game tonight if you don't want to buy the whole season. I'm in work on the late. We'll listen to us as Retro Unlimited. Listen to maybe a Redman TV or I think Jack Mack's doing a live watch along or Jamie Phillips or maybe even Doug's doing a watch along. It's as good as watching it. You know what I mean? So the lads will be doing a watch along. Kyle, not in the house here. Kyle, hope you're well, my friend. Hit that like button, hit the share. The big season is almost upon us, around the corner now. Just two pre-season friendlies and, of course, the Charity Shield, which is sort of a friendly, isn't it, really? Probably a bit more than a friendly, but it's still a friendly. It's still a friendly. Gary Richards in the house. Tally ho, Dave. Gary, hopefully you're well. Thanks for all your support, my friend. Thanks for all your support, guys. Well, as I say, nearly close to 4,800 subs, almost 5K. We're moving up. We're moving on in. It's going to be a huge season for Liverpool. It's a huge, huge season for everybody. And I, for one, am going to enjoy it. You're in our gaff on Saturday, Kyle Nash. I might do a live watch along for the Charity Shield. I might do it. You never know. It's going to be a lot of changes, probably a lot more watch alongs and stuff. Obviously, I do the interviews with people and stuff like that. The live, the post match, the pre, the build-up shows like Surviving and Keith and Jack and Doug and all these guys. But I might do the odd watch along. I think I missed out last season. I didn't do enough watch alongs. I think to build the channel, which is going along nicely, don't get me wrong, you need to do watch alongs, I think. But it's a lot of work. It's a good 2 hours solid work. It's a good 2 hours. There's no doubt about it. And it's not easy. The voice nearly goes. As you can hear, my voice nearly goes because I'm stuffed up with it. But the voice nearly goes. I sent Jack. I'm just going to keep it short and sweet. As I say, I'm a bit stuffed up, so I don't think I will have anybody on now. I know Anta has to come in earlier. Sorry, Anta. I think I'm just going to do about a 20-minute show here just to say we're back. The football's back. Dave's LFC Chats is back, and we're ready to rock. Big game tonight. As I say, I think he'll go strong first half, mix it up second half, probably two different 11s, totally different 11s. And I'd something like 2-0, something like that. Salzburg are decent. We've got a few players. Like Sadio Mane, of course, was an ex-Salzburg player. We've had a few. Taki Minamino. Wasn't Haaland. All Salzburg, is that correct? They have some scouting system. There's no doubt about it. I do worry that there might be trouble on Saturday. Seeing a lot of Liverpool and Leicester fans going back and forth, says Kyle. Interesting. Yeah. We don't need that. We do not need that. Yeah, got to be careful. There must be niggles. You do hear, you don't see much about it on the likes of Sky or stuff, but there was. I mean, you do see niggles before and after games, of course, depending on who you're playing. But how was the holiday, Dave? Did you have lots of Piella and Manchego cheese? No, actually. Yeah, I had a bit of Piella, but you're in a hotel and there was a lot of fish based food in the hotel. You know, where you go up and you have anything you want, that type of thing. But my little girl didn't really like the food in the hotel, so that was a bit of a. It was a lot of fish. I like fish. Oh yeah, fish. There was a lot of chicken and fish, to be fair. But I liked it, but it was too warm. Middle of July, it was the end of July, heat wave in Spain. I mean, it was up to 38, 39. It's dead heat as well. It's not like the Canaries where you've got that breeze. Plus, there was mosquitoes annoying me as well. Got 3 or 4, about 6 or 7 bites from mosquitoes. So I didn't like that. But listen, and as I say, I just got right at the end in the airport yesterday in Salou. My temperatures went through the roof. I thought it was COVID, but I did a test and it wasn't COVID, which was great news, of course. But bit of I still have a bit of a temp, but it should be okay. It's probably only a 24-hour thing. But I enjoyed it. Yeah, it was a nice break. Listen, you're lying by the pool, you're in and out of the pool, you have a beer beside you. You know, you're not doing anything too taxing. You know, any sort of break is good. But I would advise not to go away in July or August, especially to Spain or somewhere like that, because it is far too. I'm just not able for it. I'm not able for it. Being Irish, definitely not able for it. It's not what the game should be about, says Kyle. Absolutely correct. Did they have blue cake? What? I don't know. Is that code word for something? Outside King Power after the 28th, there was a lot of afters. Not a fan of it. I just go to have a few beers, sing songs, and probably support my team like 90% of the people. But listen, Kyle, you'll always get 2-3% in every club. Liverpool, City, United, every club, even the lower league teams. You always have a 1 or 2% fan base that are lunatics or just want to do stuff, just want to act the bollocks, basically. And I'm not even there for the football, just there for the fiddle. And even want to fight to be on the internet sorting things out. I don't know if anybody old enough remembers the 80s, 70s, and 80s. Just look back and look on YouTube. Some of the stuff, Millwall, some of the teams, they had all their own gangs, used to meet up before the game, didn't even go to the game. I mean, after the game, battering, like killing each other. It was just ridiculous, and it was dangerous, and it was wiped out, luckily, in the 90s. But it's a lot safer to go to a game now than it was. Still a bit of an issue, I suppose, and it probably always will be. Glad you enjoyed. Thanks, Gary. Yeah, absolutely. They've always something wacky like chips for breakfast. Yeah, the breakfast they did everything you wanted for breakfast, steak, whatever you want. Like, you know, I liked the way they had the egg with the bacon and the hash browns. That type of thing did me lovely with I think it was pineapple juice at the time. Starwin will boss the league, says Gary Richards. How many goals do you think Darwin Nunez will get? I think if he stays fit, he gets 25. I think if he stays fit, he gets 25 goals. I really do. I think he scores goals. There's no doubt about it. I really do. I think he gets 25. If he can stay fit, I mean, Jota's there as well in the background. And we're hoping Jota gets over this bloody injury, because this, you know, we're just sort of blessed. He's missed pre-season, though. That's the only thing. He's a few weeks away. But to have a Jota coming into the team, maybe back in September or whatever, late August, hopefully he comes back, will be another boost. To have a Jota coming in, you know, let's hope he gets over it. Tough game. Both right sides are decent. Good test as North Red. Yeah, look, they're a decent side at RB Salzburg. Like, they're the pacey side. Always good to watch, good football inside. They give us a game tonight, but to be fair, we should be too strong for them. Shouldn't be. We should be far too strong for them. 35 league goals, says Gary. It's beating Salah's record. I think Salah be up there for the Golden Boot again, there's no doubt about it. One season wonder, Mo Salah. So, I mean, if we Salah, no doubt Salah is going to get 20 plus league goals. I mean, if you throw in Jota, a fit Jota, hopefully in a few weeks' time, you know, you're throwing in another 15 plus. Then you have Darwin Nunez. If he hits the ground running in the league, you have a 20 plus, you know, and then you throw in Diaz. So those four, you have a Carvalho on the back end, you have an Elliott there chipping in. Even the midfielders, I think the midfielders want to chip in a few as well. I know Fabinho did, but it's going to be really, really interesting, guys. With the focus on Darwin, Salah should get less attention off defenders. Good point. Very good point, yeah. Very good point. It's just, I'm just excited. But everything, even watching other teams with new players, even the likes of Haaland, how good he does for City, he will score goals. There's just no doubt about it. He will score goals. Now, he has a slight injury issue, which he's had throughout his career. That's the only thing I think that could hamper him. But he will score goals. He'll be up there for the Golden Boot. There's no doubt about it. Harry Kane, Son will be up there again. Salah will be up there again. Mark Forrest, how are you, my friend? Have first and second Golden Boot this year, says Mark. There's only one Golden Boot, my friend. But I know what you mean. But look, it's exciting. It really is exciting. Time is ticking. We're all ready for the big one. Tonight we have a Salzburg friendly in Austria, of course. Charity Shield, a bit more of a niggle of a game against City at the King Power. Then Strasbourg just to finish it off Monday at Anfield. And then all eyes from Tuesday on is Craven Cottage, which won't be an easy game. They won the championship. They're up. It won't be an easy game. That will be a tough game. But we got to win. We just got to get the 3 points. That's all we got to focus on. Darwin is a dancer. Nunez is the answer. Destroying defense everywhere. I like it. I like it. Darwin is a dancer. Destroying defenses everywhere. He can score a goal tonight. Top. My voice is still going. I have an actual cold. There's 15 people in the chat. Hit the like, hit the share, stay on a bit longer. Salah will have a break during the World Cup. So will Diaz. Salah and Diaz, yeah. The World Cup in November. It's ridiculous. Can't get over it. It's absolutely ridiculous. How can you have a World Cup in winter? It's just crazy. We had that in Derby at the weekend. 120 lads fighting and didn't go to the game. There you go. Just idiots. Absolute idiots. I can see United trying to use Ronaldo as part of a deal for Kane. Says, I doubt. Look, Conte is building something nicely there. He's not going to let Kane go to bring in someone disruptive like Ronaldo. It's just not going to happen. I think Spurs are going to be decent this season with Conte there as well. I mean, they've signed one or two really good players. Should be a good game tonight, but hope we destroy City. We all hope we destroy City. Not red. That was the sign. That's what we signed. Daka. Yeah, Daka. I think we might have missed the bullet. Dodged the bullet there with Daka. I know Liverpool were heavily interested in Daka. I even passed on Daka. I did a few videos on him myself, but has he been good? What's your out of 10 for Daka? And Leicester fan channel. Mick Moran. But you can share Bear. Oh yeah. He's loving that. He's absolutely. I can't even do it. I've still got a cold, although it does sound a bit like Ronan Keaton with a cold. Prediction for the upcoming season. Yeah, of course. Look, we got to start fast. It'll be, as I said earlier, I think it'll be Liverpool City for the league. They could pull away later in the season. I think Spurs spot well, decent manager. Will be up top 4. I think Arsenal bought well. They just sort that defence out. They'll be decent. I don't know about it's hard to predict what United are going to do or not going to do. Depends on Ronaldo as well. One or two could still come in there. They'll be better than they were last season just with the new manager. They'll be absolutely better organised, harder to score against, harder to beat. Chelsea, they're all over the shop at the moment, aren't they, guys? They are absolutely all Tuchel. But they've some squad still. But they're all over the shop at the moment. But I think Liverpool City will be fighting for the league again next season, basically. A 1-2 Uniflu. Can't see United top 4 this season, says Mark. Well, at the moment, if you were to ask me top 4, I would say, and it's better to ask the week that season or the day the transfer window shuts and no one can move or no one can come in, because that can change your perception of who's going to finish top 4 and who isn't. But right now, on the 27th of July, I would say Liverpool City, Spurs. I think it's a toss of a coin between Arsenal maybe and United and Chelsea. I think those three, Arsenal, United, Chelsea, are fighting for that fourth spot. I don't know who between those four who. I mean, Arsenal probably should have got it last year and bottled at the end. But I think Liverpool, City, and Spurs, I know it sounds strange to say, Spurs are almost nailed on for top three. Yeah, the draws hurt us last season. They absolutely did. Especially those two where we had 2-0 up against Chelsea away. Remember that one? And 2-0 up against Brighton. We could have lost both games, yes, but 2-0 up, you know. Daka's quality, 7 out of 10 for the season, was back up. I'm not saying he's quality. I'm just saying, you know, he's not Diaz, Carvalho even. He's not Nunez quality, is he? No. And he cost a lot of money. A lot of money. Oh, I'm not claiming it ain't. And I'm not sure he will. Well, something between Ant and North Red there. Anfield Lark is in the house. Always enjoy the live streams, Dave. Thank you very much, my friend. Hopefully you're well, Alex. Yeah, I'm going to try to do a lot more live streams with the new show, with my new logo. This type of stuff. I didn't put that on a t-shirt. That'd be nice on a t-shirt, wouldn't it? But we shall see. I mean, you know, there's a lot of stuff that happened this season. I think watch-alongs are a big part of it. Although I do like watching the match, sitting back either with a beer or just taking it in and, you know, not losing your voice for over 2 hours talking. But I definitely will do a lot more watch-alongs rather than, I think I needed 3 or 4 last year. Whereas, you know, even if I did 10 watch-alongs, it'd be a lot better, wouldn't it? But we shall see. Retro Unlimited. Brentford had a decent season last year, didn't they? They really did. I mean, Nottingham Forest are coming up into the league as well, a long time away. I did a video with the big Nottingham Forest fan channel, Mr. Dore on tour, Dore on tour. He actually hates Liverpool, by the way, and he's telling me this as I'm live, and I go, what? But so I think a good season for them. There's a bit of niggle between Liverpool and Forest, bit of an ancient niggle there, but I think for Forest to stay up would be a big season. To finish in bottom, like to finish fourth from bottom, would be a big season. Let's be real. You know, I don't want to hear. I had Leeds fans last year talking about getting top 4. You have to be realistic, guys. You know, look at the top 6, 7, 8 teams. None of those teams are touching them really. You know, squad wise and depth, it's just not going to happen. You know, I mean, a 4th or 5th in the bottom for Forest would be absolutely unbelievable. I'm sure Ant will love Forest to stay up. Kyle, not Daka will surprise a lot of people next year. Only Kane, Verdi, and Son has a better GA per minute than him. Wow, there you go. And he only cost 16 million. I thought he was more than that. I thought he was 25. Okay, 16's not bad. 16's a good deal. Top goal scorer maybe for Leicester. Is that what you mean? I don't think he's golden boot. I don't think he's golden boot right now. I don't think he's that level. He could get there. You never know. But you never know. The 3-3 draw with Brentford, I mean. Yeah, with the 3-3 draw against Brentford as well. Look, we had a few draws. You could go over them. Some games we won last year we shouldn't have won. You know, some draws we got we shouldn't have drawn. I think it evens itself out over a 38-match season. We had 63 games last year, guys. I mean, it was a ridiculous season. You know, 38 league games. You only lost 2 league games. Leicester City away, West Ham away. That was it. 2 league games. We lost less games than City. We still lost the league. League Cup win, FA Cup win, Champions League final, of course. But I take the same again. I don't think we will do it again, but I think that 63 match, it's hard to be. It'll be a long time before anybody does that. I really do. It's so hard to come so far for a quadruple into the final stages, like last kick of the game almost for City. We were 2-0 down against Villa. They needed to win that game. They came back and scored 3 goals at a Champions League final against Madrid, who, to be fair, wasn't much in that. Bit of luck either way for that game. Watch-alongs are difficult. It can be. You need to tie down 2.5 hours at least to do them. Pouring the Forest down. I knew he was a big fan of Nottingham Forest. I knew it. Forest will do damage in the Premier. They were hard at a cup game for us. Didn't take their chances. Yeah, it's different though. That was a cup game, a one-off. This is a 38 long-haul season, you know. I'm sure they will have results where they'll beat one of the top teams and go, wow, you know, that type of thing. It's one of the grounds I've actually been in, the City ground in Nottingham. It's real old school, real old school English ground. Cool debate, Dave. It's nice. You're welcome, all fans. Yeah, welcome everybody. There's no problem. Once you keep it clean, keep it real. No acting the fiddle. Anybody's welcome here from any fan channel or any fan base, basically. We have a lot of good youth that are starting to push the main teams, says Mark. Yeah, well, I mean, I think it's a big season for Elliott. Huge season for Elliott. He's been really good in pre-season. So can he kick on in the league? Carvalho, we've only bought him in. Wow, another one. Katie Gordon in the background coming up through. I know Tyler Morton, I think he's got on loan to Blackburn. Did that go through? I think there was a bit of a halt on it because one or two injuries I think Klopp wants to see. I don't know if that has gone through yet. When I was on holidays, they were talking about it. But there's a lot of good young players there. Hard to keep everybody happy, though. Very, very happy. As long as they are respectful and anyone as well. Exactly, Mark. You hit it on the head, baby. Forest Liverpool's rivalry, people have forgotten about, Dave. Yeah. I remember the very first Premier League game, of course, was Liverpool Forest at the City Ground. They beat us, I think, 1-0. I remember that game. We were wearing that green three-stripe away Adidas kit, if you remember it, the dark green. Like a really, really dark green. It was like this colour green. Like it was like this green. Well, that doesn't look green. That doesn't look green at all. But the really dark green Adidas kit with the three stripes, if you remember it. They beat us in the first game. Far as I know, they beat us. I think it was 1-0. We did like some Mike Marsh and Steve McManaman in the team. But I always remember that game. The Brighton game winning 2-0. There you go, Tom. There you go, baby. Forest have lost 6 of their starting 11. They're doing, yeah, well, they lost, yeah, they've sold. You can't do that, really, can you? Spurs, I think, signed one of their players as well, one of their big players. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be, look, guys, I'm excited. Are you excited for the new season? Mick Moran, if you ever need a watch-along guest, give me a shout, mate. I'll be on Grizz watch-along later. Oh, there you go. Look, Mick Moran, he's everywhere. Cowboy Podcast, his own channel with Jay Pearson, of course. I even think they have a Sammy Hippia interview on that. Then he's on the Anfield Rap midweek, which comes out today. Then he's on Grizz Can tonight. He's been on Grizz Can a few times, actually. I think Owen was with Grizz Can yesterday or 2 days ago. Was it 2 days? I was watching him from poolside. Grizz and Owen from the Cop On Podcast. Grizz is getting around too. Have to get Grizz back on the channel. On my channel. It's so hard to get time. I mean, I come in from work. I work normal job. I work for Toyota, Monday to Friday. I come in, say, 5:45, 10 to 6. Okay, I can have it on my phone, be checking things happening or do a quick video, that type of thing. But to actually go live, it's not easy when you have a day job, They're going straight back down. I've put £30 quid on it, says Ant. That's Nottingham Forest he's talking about. Yeah, Tom, there you go. Teddy Sheringham scored the winner in that game. They beat us 1-0 at the City Ground, first game in the Premier League. Liverpool's history in the Premier League. So there's a bit of a niggle there. There is a bit of niggle. And of course, we played them in the semi-final at Hillsborough. They played us in Hillsborough in the semi-final of the FA Cup in 89, remember? It was Forest who we were playing. Total Football. I've missed seeing Leicester fans and Forest fans going at us as Total Football. Well, they're going to see it this season. They absolutely hate each other. But as I couldn't believe, I think Forest fans have a big niggle with Liverpool fans or Liverpool club. They have a big niggle. So their fans say anyway. I don't know. So I hope we beat them twice. Hope we beat them twice. Total Football. Hope you're well, my friend. I hate the football breaks. Yeah, well, look, you need them. The players need them. We need them. That's why I wasn't live much. Obviously, I was away in Spain for a week. Only got back last night. But, we need a break. You need a break from football. And it's a full season. Like, when we go Saturday week, it's basically football city. You have a World Cup in between all the way into the end of May. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. There you go. Forest hate everybody. Don't take it personally. Strange bunch. Well, let's see what happens. Let's see. It'd be interesting to see next week, just before the Premier League starts, when I might do a show on where we think everybody will finish. The 20 teams, where everybody might do just one show totally on it, where I think we'll finish, where everybody will finish top 4. relegation, this type of stuff. But as I say, it's hard to do until the window shuts, really, isn't it? I mean, the 3 teams that came up are going to find it hard. Fulham, Bournemouth, and Forest are going to find it hard to stay in the league. I think Fulham will go back down. I do. I think Forest have a chance of staying up. I think Bournemouth will go back down. And then toss up who goes down with them. Go hard tonight, first half, then rest players for the Charity Shield. Exactly what I says, Mark. Starting 11, very strong. Try go 2-3 goals up. Then second half, make the changes, rest the top players for this Charity Shield on Saturday. That's what I think he will do, Klopp. Forest going for William Carvalho. Decent player. I'm off. Casper press conference starting now on LCFC. And sorry I couldn't bring you in, my friend. Thanks for popping in. Talk to you soon. We will chat when Liverpool play Leicester, of course. Home and away. Stay safe. Hit the like before you go. Thanks for popping in. Ever going down, mark my words. Yeah, Everton had a bit of a mixed preseason. Beaten 4-0 by Minnesota in the States. And Minnesota's Twitter feed, if you've seen it, it was just ripping them. I was sitting on me Lilo like this with a beer. Laughing my head off. It was so funny. Minnesota, laughing their heads off about Everton. It was just absolute gold. Chelsea seem to attract weird people as well as fans, says Mark. Look, we all have weird fans. I'm not going to say that any team is weirder fans. I'm sure all the other teams think we weird fans. That way, and so it works. Every there's a percentage in every fan base, basically. Every fan base in every bloody sport. Never mind football. Every sport. Their ground is at Floodison is going well. Floodison, Baddison, more like Baddison Park, not Goodison. But Aid, Tom Shankly's good friend Tom Finney was in the crowd. 1988. Said after the game, Liverpool Forest, 5-0, best exhibition of football I've ever seen. I remember that game. I've watched it a few times. That was the famous one in Anfield. We beat them 5-0. There was one move in particular where I think it was Steve McMahon ran for the ball. We were winning 3 or 4-0 at the time. Ran for the ball to the byline and stopped the ball basically on the byline. Turned and flicked the ball by the in-running defender. I think it was Des Walker. Maybe it was. And an unbelievable ball in. I think it was Aldo. But that was a great team. That was a great Liverpool team. And that red flecked candy jersey. One of my favourites of all time. Adidas do make a nice jersey, to be fair. What do you think of the new kit, the new Liverpool kits? The red's okay. It's a bit boring, I have to say. I mean, it's red. I mean, little bit boring. I think it's going back to a 90s style kit. That white away kit is weird. It's psychedelic. It really would put defenders and goalkeepers off taking a penalty in that kit. But it's going to be interesting, but not overly impressed with the kits, to be fair. I'm more old school. I like Adidas kits. I just do. I just do. We have some right weirdos as fans, including me, says Kyle. Surely not, Mr. Kyle. Surely not. Gary Richards, Dave, I have got Chelsea finishing third. Everton are gone. Liverpool champions. United 12th. Wow, that's a bit 12th for United. No, I still think United will be up around top 6. Whether they make top 4 is the question mark. They'll be around top. Just got too much quality with the new manager. I mean, he's a proper manager. Let's be real. He is a proper manager. I think they'll be a lot better next season. The red is nice. The away is a mess, says Gary. I've got this holiday cold, Sniffles and temperature from a holiday. Coming back from 40 degrees. Not nuts about a kit, but I wear retro anyway. Yeah, I do like retro. I have my lovely 80s retro kit upstairs. Home jersey. The Kenny Dalglish one. Sunday's game will be good. We'll see more of our reserve. I think it's Saturday, isn't it? It's Saturday we play the Charity Shield. Monday, Strasbourg. And next Saturday we play Fulham in the friendly. So I think it's Saturday is the Charity Shield. Poch will be manager at United by Christmas. I hope so. I don't rate Poch. I don't rate him, Pochettino. I really don't. I think Ten Hag could do a better job than him. I really do. I was hoping he got Poch. I don't rate him as a manager. I really don't. I go away games on the same coaches and Ellis, says Kyle. Wow. Okay. Yes. Ellis has stopped doing the content. He used to do a lot of it. He used to have a big following, didn't he? Ellis used to have a big. I met him outside Anfield in 2019. I met and Ellis outside. We were playing. Leicester were playing Liverpool in Anfield, and we beat you 2-1 with the Milner injury time penalty. We all remember that. And I met them outside the game, but I couldn't meet them after the game because their coach was leaving. But Ellis, yeah, what happened to Ellis? He just seems to have gone off the radar. Saturday, because Sunday's Leicester play Sevilla at the King Power. Yeah, that's right. That's right. And the reason we're playing, of course, at the King Power is because I think it's the English ladies, the women's team, are playing the Euros at Wembley, something like that. Pranel Shah. Hi, Dave. Pranel or Pranil. How are you, my friend? Hopefully you're well. Kyle is saying that Mane dive. Well, to be fair, it was soft, but we got it. And Millie Vanilli stepped up, and the rest is history. The year we won the league, that was October 2019. I was with Redmond TV that weekend as well in their studio. It was a great weekend. Nearly 3 years ago. Cannot believe it. Ellis still goes games, just doesn't do videos anymore. Yeah. Okay. Well, I do know Lee Chappie, and I know Ant from Leicester Fan Channel. So I do know Lee as well. Lee's doing a great job over on Lee Chappie's channel, which is absolutely brilliant. So hopefully do a video with Lee soon as well. Yeah, there we go, Mark. It's Shield on Saturday, Strasbourg on Sunday. Is it Sunday? Okay. I kept on thinking it was Monday. Anyway, okay. That Strasbourg game is weird, isn't it? To have it a day after the Shield, it just doesn't sound right. But anyway, I thought it was Monday. But anyway, who cares? It doesn't matter. Let's just get the results, keep everyone fit, and go into Saturday week against Fulham at Craven Cottage, raring to go. That's what it's all about, isn't it, guys? Ant and Lee sit near each other. Small community is Leicester. Yeah. Tell both if you see them. I said hello. Dave's LFC chats. Yeah, it's always nice. That's the thing, isn't it, about the football and this sort of game, you know, when you're live or you're on Twitter, same people keep popping up, same maybe 100 people keep popping up that to be in the shows, to be, you know, I mean, like I have nearly 4,800 subs, but that doesn't mean you're going to get 4,800 people live. A lot of people don't get the bloody notification. You might get, as I say, with 14 or 15 people in live, and I've nearly 5,000 subs. It doesn't work. Whereas Jamie Phillips, I think, is 2,000, something like that subs. We got 300 or 400 in live. So it's weird. It's algorithms. I don't do Facebook, which probably would help. I only do Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. So, and I won't do Facebook. I just don't like the platform. But if you're live on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, all these other platforms at the same time, maybe you would get a bigger crowd coming in. You know, this is just exclusively live on YouTube, by the way, at the moment, not even on Twitter. Is Fulham home or away? It isn't Craven Cottage. That's a tough one. I mean, they're coming up, the home crowd, ready to rock, nothing to lose. They're playing Liverpool. It's going to be a really tough. There's only going to be a goal in that game. That is going to be a tough game. Away first is Mark. Yep. Then we've Palace at Anfield and then United away. They're the first three. Away at Fulham, Palace at home, United away. Three sort of messy games, tough games. And then Newcastle at home, I think, after that. So they're the first four. Fulham, Palace, United, Newcastle. Like and subscribe to the stream. Gary Richards has got it. He has got it, baby. The new look, Dave's LFC Chats. Join us on this Anfield Express. It's going to be a crazy, crazy season. My favourite ground in the country is Fulham. Got wooden seats, real old school. Real old school, isn't it? Yeah. I've never been, but it does look old school. Fulham. I think we give it the hour, guys. We'll be 46 minutes in. We might give it the hour. First live stream in a long time, just to get back into the mood of the Premier League with a few more friendlies to go, a charity shield thrown in, and we're ready to rock. I'm off to work, says Retro Unlimited. I'm off to work. Have a great day, lads. Retro, talk to you soon, my friend. Thank you very much for popping in. Hit the like before you go. Let your friends know. Dave's LFC Chats. I mean, everybody has a friend or cousin or an uncle or somebody has, you know. I always, when I'm talking to people, say, you follow Liverpool? Yeah. Did your friend or who's your, yeah, type of thing. You get a sub off them, you know. It's the only way to do it. The only way to do it. Dave, will you get across the mini games this year? It's hard to get tickets. I will. Soon, if I get a ticket, I'm going over. There's no doubt about it. If I get a ticket, I'm going over. I probably have a better chance getting going to an away game than I do going to Anfield. So hard to get into Anfield nowadays. It's just so hard. By the time the World Cup starts, Starwin would have 15 goals, Dave. He loves that name, Starwin, Gary Richards, doesn't he? He's talking about Darwin Nunez, of course. Starwin, I presume you're talking about. Have a good day, Retro. Absolutely. All the legends are in. I'm surprised Helen's not in, actually. She usually pops in. She must be doing something. But also something happened. I don't know whether you've seen. A girl that used to pop in here, and she used to be on my Twitter feed a lot. I don't know whether you knew her. Rachel Ellis passed away. I think it was in June. She passed away. Big Liverpool fan, huge Liverpool fan. She was in a wheelchair. I don't know if anybody knew her. I knew her on Twitter. She used to always reply. She'd pop in here the odd time. The poor girl passed away. So rest in peace, Rachel Ellis. Huge fan of women and men's football. But an absolute legend. Poor Rachel passed away a few weeks ago. I had to say that. May she rest in peace. Kyle, not this Leicester live stream is rubbish. Just adverts to I want to hear Casper speak. You're obviously, well, poor Casper. Casper is heading out like a ghost. He is heading out, Casper. I don't know whether you remember that cartoon, Casper the Ghost. As a sporting question, Dave, what was the worst ever feeling my top three last minute defeat against Arsenal, Wimbledon in the FA Cup, Jack Charlton's last game against Holland in 96? The Italy World Cup Scalacci goal in the quarterfinal in 1990. Ireland-Italy was one of my worst ones. Think about that one. Chance to go to a semi, 1-0 Scalacci goal. Champions League loss just a few weeks ago. I mean, we did enough to get something out of that game. That was bad. That was particularly bad. And of course, the Arsenal last minute Michael Thomas goal. I mean, who could forget that? That was ridiculous. That was going for a double. That was just wow. Last touch of the game. There's been a few, but it's been a lot of highs and a lot of lows. Guys, it's about football. It's about life. It's all about ups and downs. It's about the journey. Journey last year, 63 games, 3 cup finals, 1-2, lost 1. But it was the journey. It was getting there. We want to win it. Of course we want to win it. Don't get me wrong. But you can't win everything. It just doesn't happen. No matter how good you are. You just cannot win everything. Got to enjoy the journey. And it won't happen forever. It will not happen forever. I've been saying this for a long time. No matter how good your team is, it's cyclical. It turns. Players leave. Managers leave. New systems come in. It takes a while. It doesn't quite get to where the level you were at. So you got to enjoy it. Enjoy this season. We've 4 more years at least to clock. So enjoy it while you can. First time in my life, I'm not looking forward to the World Cup. I'm looking forward to the World Cup. Don't get me wrong. I love the World Cup. My first World Cup where I really got involved, got to give away my age now, was the 86 World Cup. Of course, Maradona, Hand to God World Cup. The West Germany, Bremer, this type of thing. That World Cup was unbelievable. That's when I really got stuck into football. I was about 12 or 13 then. And it was, wow. It was all Liverpool. It was all World Cup city from then on. What's this I read about trouble at Leicester? Hopefully no issues, says Anfield LOKK. I don't know. Well, I mean, Kasper Schmeichel's on his way out, isn't he? My worst moment was Watford in that playoff. Was that the famous playoff where you missed the penalty and it was 95th minute and the ball goes up the other end and he scores the winner, literally the last kick of the game after you missing the penalty? I presume you're talking. I only seen that the other day on YouTube. I remember the game, of course, but that was unbelievable. That was just unbelievable. The atmosphere of Paris ruined that Champions League game, I swear. Yeah, well, that's true. I was with Jack Mack. I was in Liverpool. Doug from Duggan Football Channel was there. Connor from the Cop Council. Steve Stubbs was there. Dan from the Mighty Reds TV was there. John Moore was there. Who else was there? Am I forgetting anybody? Rick was there. 1892 Reds podcast. I mean, it was absolutely a great night, but it would have been better if we would have won. It would have been better if we would have won. Remember Jack's back garden, drinking beer. Yeah, it was a complete mess, an absolute disgrace. An absolute disgrace it was. They ruined the 12th man atmosphere and it transferred onto the pitch. Yeah, well, the delay didn't help. It was a half-hour delay. Just got to turn the telly on. It just automatically came on there. Oh, why it just came on, but anyway. Not going to stay on much longer, guys. But like I say, we'll just give it another 7 or 8 minutes. Give it the hour. Give it the hour. Cedric Lopez in the house. Hopefully you're well, Cedric, my friend. Nice to see you. Start of the season. Season starts here, guys. Tonight, of course, we'll finish it with an RB Salzburg Liverpool look ahead. As I say, I would go strong tonight. Starting 11, pretty strong. Ease it off into the second half. Hopefully be 2 or 3 up and take the players off with all eyes on the Charlie Shield Saturday. That's what I would do. That's what I think Klopp would do. It'd be nice for Nunez to get a goal or two as well tonight, just to continue going into the City game. But it's all about conditioning. It's all about being ready for the Fulham game Saturday week at Craven Cottage. That's what it's really, really about. That's what pre-season's about. It's about the players getting back together, forming that unit, forming that partnerships. New lads like Nunez, like Ramsey, like Carvalho coming into the group. And that's what it's all about. And so far, it's been brilliant, except for the 4-0 against United, of course. But we wiped that one out. That was a Mickey Mouse game. Let's be real. It starts here, guys. It really does start here. And I think we got to start the league. We've got to win the first 4. Those first 4 are not easy, tricky. But I think we got to win nearly every bloody game. That's how crazy it's been the last 3 or 4 seasons. Nearly have to win every game. Can't afford to draw games anymore. That's how crazy it is. Agreed. A strange Champions League. I've watched. Don't know how we lost it. Yeah, I hate going back over stuff, but 2 or 3 chances, didn't take them. If one of them goes in, maybe it's a different. That keeper got man of the match. That tells the story straight away. That's all I can say about that game. Very disappointing, because all the United fans with their Bangkok Cup are happy. The Bangkok Cup boys were there on their mantelpiece, but that's their only trophy they'll win this season, no doubt about it. But all we can do is concentrate on our own team, which of course is Liverpool, or if it's Leicester City fans, it's Leicester, or whoever it is. Concentrate on your own team, get your squad ready, have your team ready, and go for it. That's all we can do. Yeah, winning momentum started. It's the start of the season. When you look at the season, we lost the league by a point. We won the Champions League. The following year, we won the league. So I'm hoping this year we lost the league by a point, lost the Champions League final, but next year we either win one or both next year. We'll be thereabouts the Champions League as well. No doubt about it. Nunez runs will create space. I did notice that in the Leipzig game especially. He makes runs that other players don't. He's in the central area. That sliding goal he got where Elliott put it across the box. A lot of the time we do get caught out there and there'll just be nobody in the box to slide it in, a tap in. I think he'll get a lot of tap ins. He's good, great in the air, brilliant in the air. And I think he'll get a lot of headers. I think he'll get a lot of 6-yard area goals. You know what I mean? Corner kicks, free kicks, balls in, header, that type of thing. Or the ball dropping and finishing it. Like an Aldo, even in rush type of thing. But he has pace as well. He's an intelligent lad. But he just gives us something different. He gives us something absolutely different. And that's why I think he will score goals. No doubt about it. And his runs are intelligent, as Gary Richards says. He creates space. He'll take it off the likes of Diaz, the likes of Salah, the likes of Carvalho, or whoever's playing. Or Jota. You know what I mean? Forgot about Jota. No, Red. A lot to look forward to, but I'm telling you, I can't wait to watch Arsenal when it starts to go south. They believe they're going to destroy all in front of them. AFTV, etc., have been partying. AFTV party when they lose. That's the problem with those type channels. They want their team to do badly. The more the team does badly, the more watches they get, the more clicks they get, and the more subs they get. So teams doing well, they get nobody watching. Crazy, because they go off the handle. A lunatic shout and scream. Not mad into the shout and scream and shit on any channel. It's just too much. Absolute idiots. The Bangkok boys were defo banging theirs after they beat us 4-0. The Bangkok boys. One night in Bangkok when we lost 4-0. It was the Bangkok Cup that they won now. Remember that song? 80s? One night in Bangkok. Yeah, Bangkok Cup. Who cares? Forgotten about it already. We'll get them at Old Trafford in a few weeks' time. That's where we got to beat them. And that'll shut them up. That will shut them up. He's a proper number 9, says Gary. Yes, he is. And something we have been lacking and missing for quite a while. I mean, if you've Salah and Diaz coming in, they like cutting in a lot. If you've him in the middle, wow. Jota, like I said, Jota, Bobby on the bench, Carvalho. Very, very interesting. Bobby's an interesting one as well, you know. A lot of talk about Juventus. I like Bobby. I mean, he's a year left in his contract. I'd keep him. He just gives us something different. The link-up play, the intelligence. Unless someone comes in with a ridiculous amount of money from 30 million or something like that, you take it. And then maybe splash a little bit in the midfield or something like that. But as of now, I'd keep Bobby. I really would. We have a good support line for the likes of Nunez and Diaz. Yep, we sure do. Well, here you go, Mark. Just before we finish, I have a feeling Elliott will have a good season. Well, I hope he does. That injury last year almost killed him against Chelsea. Remember? He started so well. Bang, that injury. Terrible injury. Came back. And he's looked good in pre-season, to be fair. He has looked good in pre-season. So I'm hoping all eyes on young Harvey Elliott. Him and Carvalho. 2 big seasons for the 2 youngsters incoming. Nunez another option in the air now that you think, yeah, look, Trent, Robbo, Gomez, Tsimikas bringing those balls into the box. You've got a 6'1", 6'2", pacey striker, good in the air. Another option from corner kicks as well. You know, you've likes of Matip, Kanate, Van Dijk, big lads, good in the air. Fabinho's a tall lad. Now you've Darwin thrown in, a 6-footer, who's good in the air. Just makes the other defenders just think a bit more, be more switched on, and maybe takes a defender away from the likes of Kanate or the likes of Van Dijk. You know, I mean, Kanate got a few headers for us last season. You know, I'm sure he'll do again. He's just come on unbelievably. He probably will be long-term, him, Van Dijk, but Matip is in there, isn't he? Matip had a great season last season. Wow. Big thing is Alisson. We need Alisson to be fit for the start of the season. There's a bit of a niggle there. Kelleher as well. What's going on with Kelleher, to be fair? He's been missing for a while. So we need those 2 goalkeepers to be ready and rocking and rolling and be ready to start the season, because we do need Alisson. Alisson is huge for the club. He's huge for the back line. He's one of the best, well, if not the best goalkeeper in the world. Kelleher's not far off him. He's a brilliant keeper as well. But guys, I've enjoyed that chat. The voice is starting to go. We're an hour in. Hit the like, hit the share. Liverpool to play Salzburg tonight. I'm going to go a 2-0 win to Liverpool. Start strong and take players off and get ready for the Charity Shield on Saturday. I'll do a live chat about the Charity Shield either tomorrow night or Friday. So we'll be live again. Put your notifications on. And we shall go. Season is just upon us, guys. Yeah, Rachel Ellis. You'll never walk alone, says A. Tom. As I said, young Rachel who passed away earlier. I think it was late June, was it? She passed away. Big Liverpool fan and a huge men and women's teams. She was absolutely. She used to go to all the women's teams away, I think, games. Poor Rachel will not be forgotten. Will be scary for defenders when our front line are running at them. Absolutely. Guys, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for popping in. A lot more live shows. We're up and running. The season starts here. Liverpool Salzburg tonight. I cannot wait. Talk soon. Take care. You'll never walk alone. Liverpool to beat Salzburg. Let's go.